What if I told you that there is such a thing as an order that is too good to be true? Yeah, there is. And I'm going to tell you why you should decline these. Because they look very great on the surface. What I'm talking about here, I just had this happen. It also happened a couple days ago as well. So I've had it twice now within a 3-day span. I just got an order on Uber Eats that was for 13 miles and $49. And you're thinking to yourself, wow, okay, that's $3.50 per mile. That is just awesome. But here's the problem with these orders. This is an Uber Eats problem only. It is a DoorDash problem somewhat, but not to this extent, and I'll explain to you in a hot minute. But the reason why this order was so high and was so off the scale, when I got to the restaurant, I was the fourth driver that came in on it. And they had not received the order on their tablet. So they didn't have the order at all. And I was the fourth driver in a row to come in for it. And so I did what I'm naturally inclined to do, and that's actually go to Uber Eats support. And report this as restaurant didn't receive the order. Please cancel this. Well, of course, then they ask, well, can they just prepare it for you? And I'm like, well, no. I know how this works. Without any record of this order in their tablet or in their system, they don't get paid. And the server there kindly explained to me that they've done that before and not been paid. So I explained it to the online rep, and I did do live chat, by the way, with an actual live representative, a humanoid, if you will. This is important. So I got the order canceled, removed from the system entirely. The previous 3 drivers before me did not do this. They did not report it to support. They did not get the order canceled from the system. As a result, other drivers came in, and it came in for a higher amount because Uber Eats is much more aggressive than DoorDash in escalating the pay on orders that are not picked up. Hence, $49 for 13 miles. I took it thinking, this is great. I completely forgot what happened 2 days prior, though, where I also went to a restaurant on a very escalated, highly paid order. But they actually explained to me that what happened in that case was they didn't have the capability of making this order. They were out of inventory or whatever. Again, previous drivers did not cancel it. There were 2 drivers before me. I was the third. And it was like $30 for an 8-mile trip. Again, way too good to be true. Like almost $4 per mile. And again, Uber Eats only. I promised I'd explain this, and I'm about to. If this happens on DoorDash, for example, if an order is not in the system and you report it through the app or through a live chat representative, either way on DoorDash, you will at least get some compensation for it. I just made this 13-mile trip out and 13-mile trip home and got nothing for it. 0. Uber Eats pays nothing when this happens. DoorDash, on the other hand, at least will throw you a few dollars, which at least makes up for the gas component of these types of trips. And so you're not out as much money. But unfortunately, at Uber, I was out 26 miles of expenses with no compensation to show for it. So once again, if you get an order on Uber Eats with multiple dollars per mile, $3, $4, $5 per mile, I would heavily consider a decline. Especially if in this case the pickup point was 13 miles from my house. I would seriously consider not accepting these orders. Unless you want to eat the mileage and have Uber and do it for Uber and give your money to Dara Khosroshahi for free for their system screw up. It was their mistake but I paid for it. I basically handed whatever 26 miles times 70 cents per mile is. I took a check, wrote out Dara Khosroshahi, and gave it straight to Uber. So again, if you have an order that's too good to be true, don't take it. Now this is restaurants only, and this is Uber Eats only. If it is too good to be true, and if it's like, say, Walmart delivery or it's Home Depot delivery, chances are very good that those are legit, because those are not going to be out of material problems. Sometimes it might be, but you're also not going to get a order in those for those particular merchants that with that much of a multiplier per mile. But even so, if you're looking at Home Depot, I mean, I think the odds of them not getting the order are pretty slim. I've never had a situation where at Home Depot or Walmart they didn't get the order. I've not had that happen at those particular merchants yet. But restaurants, yeah, too good to be true, decline. You're like, oh, I'm throwing away all this money. No, you're not. You're actually saving yourself money, a lot of money. You're not going to write a check to Dara Khosroshahi out of your own pocket, out of your own vehicle expenses. Anyhow, that's it for this time. I'll see you on the next round. Peace out, homies.